So as for the same as the other deck, this is a great deck for people who are beginning with the tarot. Connecting with animals is also an essential way to learn about the elements, to connect with nature. One of my perspective all the time is that whatever spirituality or whatever I'm teaching is always someone relating to nature. All of the characteristics that we see within ourselves are also innate characteristics of nature that we can find in nature, observing nature and learning from it. And I don't think you can actually have a spirituality that's detached from nature. And that connection to nature is actually what enables us to remain balanced, to respect the environment, and to know our place and be able to evolve within it. I think as we start to see different characteristics that animals have, we start also to understand what kind of role each of them play in the ecosystem, in the biodiversity, and that is not a matter of being good or being bad, but it's a matter of understanding the role of each of them has to play in order to maintain balance, because ultimately balance is what is important. Even when you manage to have a connection with an animal that is bringing you things, that is giving you things, that is warning you, that providing you messages and all of that, you always have to strike a balance, not to overpower that animal, not to take advantage of it, just to remain grateful for the connection and the messages that you get, and to honor that relationship and to hold it as sacred. Many of us on the path of working with animals and with animal spirits, animal energy, or your particular totem, whether it is from an African perspective or otherwise, it is always with great respect and sacredness that we approach that relationship. So should we do for any other type of spiritual relationship as well. But I think because of the totem, which are, both of the spirit and the physical world, we tend to be a little bit more inclined to immediately be reminded of the sacredness of that relationship. I do not own pets. However, in my garden I have 2 bird houses that are frequently packed and full during the long winter month, and then birds come freely in the garden. Oftentimes you don't hear them today because my window is closed, but I often wake up with the sound of the birds. I enjoy that aspect of nature. Even though you live in the city, there's so much nature around us. The squirrels, also some of our neighbors here. So we are surrounded by nature, and I think nature adapts to us, creating cities and all of that. And we need to make a little bit more of an effort to adapt and respect nature as well, and enjoy that relationship in a way that we can fulfill our role in biodiversity, and honor and respect those animals in their material physical form and in their spiritual energetical form as well. So these are some of the last cards of this deck. And then in addition to, this is the last one, in addition to cards, I wanted to just drag in a different tool, which is a book that I find very useful. I've done many readings with that for myself and for other people, and I just thought it was a good tool to look into for those of you who are interested. It is a book called Animal Spirit Guides by Stephen D. Farmer. And this author has written a lot about animal spirits, and has, I think there's a deck of cards by him that I don't have, but I very much enjoy this book. This book is really thick. There's about let's see, 450 pages. thick, and you can see compared to my hand it is a big book, and you have a lot of information in there. So I'm just going to show you the table of contents so you have an idea. This was first published in 2006. In a while. So the table of content is basically all of the animals. So it has part 1 are animal spirits, animal spirits guide in alphabetical order. So if you're looking for a particular animal, it's going to be very easy for you to find it. I'm just going to put that so you can pause and check it out for yourself at your own leisure. So there's a lot of animals in there. If you do not manage to find a deck of cards that has all of the animals that you're looking for, or if there's a particular animal that keep appearing to you in dreams or in real life, this has a little bit of this can get you started into interpreting what the message is, what the animal stands for, and give you a hint as to what the message is coming from. And then, so what I often do is just a tool. If you're looking for a particular animal, you can just look through until you find the animal. And this is typically, it has if the animal shows up, this is what it means. So there's examples of some of the meanings. I do encourage you to use this meaning to get you started, and then to create your own as you figured out what it meant for you in that particular instance. And then in the back it has the call, when you can call on this animal, whenever different situation that you may want to use that animal's energy. And then here, this is if your hog is your power animal. And there's a section in the front about what is a power animal, and I think he's written another full book exclusively on power animal, if that's something that's of interest to you. Now the other thing is that sometimes you can use this, I don't remember the exact term, but you can use it to do some type of, asking what messages are here for you today, and you just stop at whatever page and look at what animal is there. So the beaver, and you will just look at the message that's there for the day. So it's a tool you can use every day. And sometimes you will get where you can open the book and several times you open to the same page, to the same animal, or to animals that are very close, like the raven and the crow. So that also means something. But it's just a simple, easy tool for you to get started and to use. You can find this book on Amazon. I will recommend you to look into Amazon used book section, so you can get this book for very, very cheap, because it's been done years ago, and there's always a lot of used book sellers out there that you can get this for not a lot of money. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. Of course, if you have other questions, do let me know, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.